Massively multiplayer online role-playing games have always been known to be more hardcore and time-consuming than other game genres. Things like Fortnite are designed around short bursts of play, whereas games like World of Warcraft are designed for longer periods of time playing. In the early days of World of Warcraft, there were a handful of very powerful weapons that required you to play at least 12 to 15 hours a day to even have the chance of obtaining one. This meant things like going to school, work, or even leaving the house became a thing of the past, and reports have even suggested that it caused these gamers to pass out due to exhaustion of playing the game so much. Fortunately, the system that caused this to happen is no longer part of World of Warcraft, and the game was changed in early 2007 so that this no longer happens. However, for a long period of time, this was the reality of PvPing in World of Warcraft. But before this video starts, can you drop me a like down below? The goal for this video is to reach 2,000 likes. If this video could reach 2,000 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. Now, World of Warcraft has changed a lot over the years, as this is a very old game that got released in 2004, and all the way up to 2018, it is still being updated with new expansions and patches. World of Warcraft today is a very different experience to how it was back in the day. In the 2004 to 2006 era of World of Warcraft, there were many things that made the game very hardcore and something that you really did need to spend a lot of time doing. However, the most extreme example of this was the PvP system in the 2004 to 2006 era of WoW. The PvP system in the game worked like this. Playing in PvP could get you certain rewards depending on how high your rank is. The way you acquired a rank was by killing players, which would give you honor points. The honor points could not be spent as it is today. However, the honor points were something that were calculated to determine which rank of a player you are. The higher the rank, the better rewards you could get. So starting at rank 1, you could get some very basic stuff, and all the way up to rank 14, you could acquire really strong weapons. However, jumping up in ranks in World of Warcraft was not so easy. The ranks in World of Warcraft became exponentially harder to acquire. As you attained one rank, your next rank up would be even harder. So acquiring, say, rank 4 was fairly easy. You could do that pretty casually with no problem. However, to acquire the ranks above rank 10 required a lot of effort. So much so that to acquire the highest rank in World of Warcraft required you to play at least 12 hours a day, every day. And if you did not play enough, you would drop down in rank. So once you started, you basically couldn't stop. And acquiring honor points really didn't depend on your skill, it's literally just how much you played in relation to other players on your server. As there can only be one rank 14 every week, the competition for acquiring that rank is very stiff. The system was simple. The more you play, the higher rank you were. And if you were the person that played the most PvP on your server, you would acquire rank 14. This simple yet brutal system led to many players just losing their life over the game, as to be number 1 on your server required you to spend so much work PvPing. As you can imagine, playing 12 plus hours of World of Warcraft a day is something that is not conducive to having a job, and many players actually cheated the system by having multiple players play on the same account. So they would get another player to spend 6 hours PvPing and you could do 6 hours yourself. Playing World of Warcraft for 6 hours is a lot easier a grind than 12 plus hours by yourself. However, this is something that is against the terms of service according to Blizzard, the publishers of World of Warcraft, and doing this could get you banned. However, many people did this anyway since it was so hard to acquire the rank 14, they were willing to risk it just to get this weapon. However, the hardcore gamers that did it the legit way reported a steady decline in their health as they lost sleep, stressed out, and really couldn't leave their house at any time, otherwise they would lose their rank points and rank down. However, for the insane players that actually reached rank 14, their reward was one of the most powerful weapons in the game. You could choose from a selection of weapons that had really high damage attached to it. Once you had one of these weapons, you could do serious damage in PvE and PvP. Now, the developers of this game really did not like what was happening with the PvP system, and they quickly changed it in the next expansion. This PvP system only existed from the 2004 to 2006 version of World of Warcraft. Come the next expansion of the Burning Crusade, which was released in 2007, the honor system was something that was much more manageable compared to how it was back in the day. The whole rank system got scrapped, and now honor was a currency that you could acquire. You could acquire honor points and then spend it on items in the game. This allowed you to have breaks you could pick up and play, and you wouldn't be penalized for having a break. Many WoW players welcomed this change as they felt that the rank 14 system was just way overboard, and it actually hurted people's health, as no doctor would recommend spending 12 plus hours playing a game. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more. This is vaulty signing out.